This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
Interesting topic today. Why wife material girls are taking long to get married. Let me get this out of the way. Why do you want them to get married? Why is it an issue?
No, I'm talking about those who want.
Okay.
We're just talking about why the attempts of well-meaning good girls to get married are failing through for so long.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are helping those who are seeking, but they're not succeeding.
Okay.
And the first thing I want you to know is that you can have a valid lifestyle when you're not married, but most people don't get there intentionally. It's out of failing to succeed. They attempt, they fail, they give up, then they start living hybrid life. Today they're with someone, tomorrow they're alone. They end up with a mixed up, complicated, painful life.
They have a child.
Yes.
They have money, so they don't need a dad.
And the child is so messed up because of that kind of thinking. The child is resentful and hateful of you. As soon as they're out of there, they don't want anything to do, or they're so conflicted, they become an empath, people pleaser who have no standards by themselves. Now, the first reason why well-to-do, wife material, prepared, willing, seeking girls remain unmarried for so long, and although they are attempting, it never works, is because they are overburdened by their people pleaser tendencies. They are overburdened by how they were conditioned to live for others. I'll surprise you that dating requires you to have developed a self-love that looks selfish to the world.
Wow.
To date healthy, you need to have evolved in self-love that you look selfish to the world. But what are these good girls doing? They're accommodating a brother, they're a nephew here, buying a car for the dad who keeps collapsing his businesses, putting up other houses, paying fees for the one settling in Canada, sending money to the other one doing this. These good, resourceful girls, because they are not aware that they are resourceful, everybody latches onto their train. She means well to start family, but there is no space for family in her life. She already has a full. And they don't come to counseling because they don't think they have a problem.
Yeah.
When they come, you ask them to pay, that is another obstacle because they have never spent on themselves.
Oh my.
It's new, feels like wasteful. My mom is waiting for 20K. You asking me for 20K? No, my mom has this, and the other one.
Yeah.
In fact, one of them told me she did not leave her home after graduating and getting a job because the parents can't sustain themselves. So she stays there to pay house and give them some upkeep. So she has nothing remaining. And she's being insulted, disrespected, back and forth. And she means well, but how she is, some don't stay physically, but they stay energetically.
Oh. Yeah.
I was surprised you're meeting women at 48, nothing else they did wrong. But they start the question the other side, how come my relationship don't go anywhere? When I try to recall, I've actually met quality men. What happened? Why did they fizzle out? I don't know when the conversations died. But when you just recall, you realize she actually comes now. When she comes to herself, she'll tell you, the conversation will be growing and we are planning to meet. But something happens with my family and I have to leave. Physically, energetically, otherwise, I just have to take my mind to solve that crisis. I'm gone for 2 weeks, the problem, by the time I come back, the person has moved on.
Yeah.
She said, I'll meet this person we are planning to meet. They can't even get me on call. Because the few time I have out of work, I'm with my family issues. And she's enmeshed like this. Listen to me, well-meaning people. The other day I explained this from the angle of a man, how he grew up. But I want you to understand it as a lady now. When you grew up being praised for being helpful around the house, helping everybody, not asking difficult questions, not bothering people with your issues, you wash your own clothes, you comfort yourself, just clean your thing, and you maintain a low key, don't ask for anything, just help people. And you are praised for that. Even visitors would say, this girl is so helpful and she's cleaning clothes, she can't even hang in the line. You're too short for the hanging line. But try to help mom with the hanging line.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Even attempting duties that are beyond you.
Yes.
You try to milk a cow, it kicks you like a ball in the sky. You're too young. don't even know that cows can kick.
Yeah. Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
Just imagine that girl who grew up just being so helpful. In class at school, they took over being prefect to help maintain peace. They make sure the other kids get to school. She's not only going to school, she's also taking siblings to school.
Yeah.
Making sure she's the one who has forgotten the shoe. She carries the shoe, the bag, the pencil,
Yeah.
the this.
Yeah.
You can be conditioned to serve others and never ask for, never take care of yourself, ask to be taken care of automatically. Because society thinks that kind of a child is a good child. Then you evolve like that, and even when you have money, my girl had a list of the people who have asked for a loan. So her money has not yet come, but about 10 people have asked. So she has really listed there. This guy has asked Mary, Francis, this one, Alex. And I'm looking at the list. You're adding 12,000, they have already borrowed 80,000. Who are you living for?
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you see it? Even when you are not intending for being good-hearted, the world latches on.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
That lady you had talked about whose parents could not sustain themselves, what will happen to them? Because this is the fear that a lot of people have. What will happen to them if I distance myself, if I plug out?
It will happen to them according to their decisions. These are not your children.
What if they die?
It's not about dying. They may not die really. They just have to, you assist. You don't like cut off, you assist, but you don't take over. So what you should have done is to settle away, start building a home, and give only as much as our income can allow.
Okay.
You don't expose how much you're earning because they will decide for you.
Yeah.
you if you're making just like 50,000 whatever,
Yeah.
and your living expenses are coming to 35,000, the disposable income now is 15. But when you're at home, they think your disposable income is 50.
50, yeah.
The reason I want you to live alone is because so that you can budget your life and include growth, include expansion, networking. Then you can have realistic disposable income to share with whoever. You may find that you're earning 100, but how much is available to share with anyone? It's only 20.
Yeah.
When you factor your saving, your future, your growth, your this, it's very small. But when people know you're earning 100, do they think like that?
No.
They think you have 100 to share, isn't it?
Yes.
Lily, let me remind you something, because the issue of parents have been fed into our throats, down our throats by force.
Yeah, especially if you manage to get a decent house in the city and someone visits you from the village, and then they know that your parents are drowning in the village, you almost appear like a very bad person, a villain.
I think we have all participated in facelifting our homes. And we like it when you can put lights, put gates, repaint this, do the other. We've all been there. I think that was one of the first projects we undertook with my wife when we got together. I said, let's do something. And you're trying to see what you can do. You really invest there.
Yeah.
But what happens, Lily, we are saying again, you measure how much you invest that you're not held back from your own journey.
Okay.
If you allow people, some parents, not all,
But
they will latch on your back and you'll never move. This girl we are discussing today took over the family.
All right. I get you. It's the taking over.
That is the
you want us
problem.
to drop. Okay.
Don't make decisions for them. Don't think for them. Don't be the one to be consulted about which medicine to buy for the chicken. Don't be told weird things about this matchbox, matchstick. Let the man remain the leader. Let the mother. That is their family. Insist on remaining only a child, and when you are grown up, you are assisting. You are not part of the management of the home. Discipline your children. Talk to your children. Go look for the school. I can assist in fees, but I'm not the one. My girl would go for school for the younger daughter, and the parents are not even forcing it. She was just feeling that, that helpfulness.
Yeah.
And first daughters are particularly prone to this. Because you see the mom being very busy, want to help.
Yeah.
And the teacher's asking, no, you're also a child. Where is the parent?
Yes.
Because you're just like 2 years older than the other one,
Yeah.
Even without abusive parents, you can take too much out of thinking that's the right thing.
Yeah.
And this can delay you out of marriage because there's no space to spoil yourself, look the part, beam in the sun, sit in the space, and sit in sauna, sit in that hot bath. Because there are so many people calling you to solve their problems, advising about their relationships, and your phone is being beep, 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 beep. You think it's only about money? No. Your friends also have their crisis from here to Timbuktu, and you are the advisor. They are an official counselor.
Yeah.
So you can't even treat yourself like a girl. So what happens? Work world makes you very masculine, because goals, be aggressive, strategic, get it done, go after it, don't back down. So that pushy fighter spirit is very masculine. Brings you to your head, makes you very wild, makes you very proper, makes you very tough. So you live in that world, and the only free time you have, you're a rescuer. So daytime you are army fighting the fighter world. Free time you are a rescuer.
Yeah.
At what time are you a girl? Romantic girl? Sexy, easy, beaming, glowing? You are never a lady.
I've met so one mark of a lady, in my view, who is not taking very good care of herself, is if she only has 2 pairs of shoes.
Yes.
I think you need a pair for this, a pair for that. Yeah.
Lily, I've been agonized when I met women who work so hard, they earn so well, but there's nothing for themselves, including fee for therapy.
Yeah.
Let me plan about it. No, there are so many projects I'll take in my family, and they will never come back to you. And you know that's a gone case. They'll continue doing over-the-counter medicine. Buy a book here. They're trying. But when the problem is so deep, conditioned to live for others is a deep psychological problem that requires corrective surgery. Not just Panadols, a book here, advice there, a show here.
Yeah.
These things are good, but when you have a deeper problem, my friend, we take you to theater.
True, you need personalized care.
Yes. And some of the people have gotten entitled, and they've conditioned you to think this is your destiny in life, to just help them. Just carry them. The first reason I've noticed, which is so sad, is that the most virtuous, giving, gracious, generous, wife-like never get their own families. They take care of other people's families. They don't know what it takes to transform and become self-caring enough to say no, not now, not today, only this much. They don't know that. They think this is their destiny. I can't tell you how many. She seated there 45. Say now my seasons are closing. I think it's just not. I think it's fate. Fate.
They rationalize it.
Yes.
It's God's plan for
my life. You see,
they
call this love. They call this love. They call this love. Living for other people. They think they're being loving. Next time when I tell you about the male version of what we have described there, is when he's the father figure in almost all his circles. The listening, the giver, the helper, the mentor, the nice guy, the uncle who never lets us down, the friend who's always there, the guy Josh who's just, that guy is so dependable, he always gets things done. Thank you so much, man. You don't know how grateful we are. So people are grateful for getting the party going, getting the event going, getting the thing. Even you go for event, and Josh is not just attending, he's also supervising cars, superintending, making sure this is happening, making sure supplies are coming, making sure everything is going.
Joshua, supervising cars.
Josh is everywhere. You know?
Yeah.
And Josh knows which child is troubled. Josh can calm the child for you guys to attend. Didn't Josh come for this way? Calming people's children. With all the
Josh.
So imagine that guy is just nice to everyone.
Yeah.
Until he doesn't engage life. He's helping others engage life. They usually also marry users, very entitled users.
Yeah.
But giving is his nature. He does not receive. So he does not know there's a problem in this relationship because he's not receiving, and receiving is not in his nervous system.
Oh, no.
So with the men, they don't get to meet life and marry like the girls. The consequence is different. With men, they get children with the wrong women because they get trapped.
Yeah.
Or they marry a dangerous user who is usually a replica of the mother. And they conflict badly with the mother because both of them are users.
Who wins? Who usually wins?
No, Josh is torn in between. He tried to reconcile both.
So they actually never fall out?
Hardly. Because there will be children. Josh will not let down his children.
Josh.
So you see, Josh is a typical guy now.
Yeah.
Just a nice guy.
Yeah.
And he's very sweet. If you talk to Josh, he'll keep you laughing. He's used to just telling stories, keeping people in good moods. He looks very friendly until you realize this friendliness doesn't stop.
Yeah.
There's no place where he himself.
I'm really tempted to go on about Josh, but I know we are talking about Shiko. So let me not. I'll ask on the next.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the first reason was when this girl, being a responsible leader, a good manager, faithful with money, the world identified it, particularly her relatives, her family, and they latched on for her to solve their problems, carry their issues. She doesn't know at what point proclaim her independence, so they crowd away all potential suitors and even her own energy to crave. Many of them actually give up on marriage because they're tired of raising other people's marriages, children. It is so severe with well-to-do daughters until we started to call it firstborn syndrome. It's not only with the firstborn daughters, but the first one to be responsible and resourceful. Okay? Responsible, resourceful is enough to get you overburdened.
Yeah.
The second reason is when they decide it's time for them to get married, they don't know how to change from local to global visibility.
Oh.
Their life was localized from work, house, sometimes church, that triangle.
Yeah.
Very localized. And because they're always busy with work and they don't have self-care, they don't interact online. Even when they log in, they just ghost. Read, going quietly, move around.
Yeah.
They ghost around. They don't engage with the outside world.
Let me say something about that. One of the fears that one has about interacting online is that you're going to say something and then you'll be trolled.
Yes.
So you don't want to go through that.
Remember, you're also crowded by very judgmental cousins, sisters, brothers, relatives.
Yes.
Who know you this way. You are the exemplary girl. What are those you're posting? You are the one.
Yeah. even like you see this this thing of femicide. I know it's a very sensitive topic, but it always looks like there's one side that the masses are going with. Let's not tell people to be careful. So me as the user, I don't want to go there and say something like girls should be careful, because I don't want to be
thank you for
trolled.
bringing that up, because we had about 3 cases in a row, very, very close succession.
Yeah.
Of publicized femicide, with many others that are not publicized.
Yeah.
People just disappear without a trace.
Yeah.
But these ones were very grisly, because human beings were cut into pieces. Sometimes the head is missing.
Yeah.
Things that are so painful. They all involved young women.
Yeah.
And yesterday I posted the next possible victim, isn't it? Please follow our page. We really tell you things. I saw the next possible victim trying to meet that kind of a stranger again because she has been eating his money.
Yeah.
And I told them, I hear even senators, politicians are going to say, no, the women are not to blame. It's all about the men. I said, forget that. Look at this one now. She's planning the meeting. It's true. These devils of killers should be caught and killed, rot in hell.
Yeah.
But after they have killed you, will you resurrect? Let me talk like I'm talking to my daughter. I'll just tell you, safety starts with you. Don't, stranger danger. The basic stranger danger, the books you read in class 2. What happened? Fatuma and the genie, don't go out to the disco, don't sneak out to go and peep into strange things and your nose will be elongated. What happened? Nah, the women are not, the government. You are planning privately in your inbox. How will the government know you are planning to meet a killer in your inbox? And then you do everything legally. You book a room, you take yourself, you close, you shut lights. How will the world run in to help? This is not victim blaming, it's victim warning. And I was so happy so many said, I see the point. Thank you. Don't be lured with the free money. There's nothing free in this world. Don't meet strangers in enclosed places.
Yeah.
One of the most grisly cases was that 20-year-old student who left her safety of her auntie's home somewhere in Syokimau to go meet this friend. And she doesn't disclose what it is, only for such unfair things to be done to her. She was innocent. So that girl was just naive. She was not even prostitute or anything. She was just naive, thinking I'm exploring, I'm meeting a friend, exploring.
Yeah.
So we said the serial killers have left the forest. You know, they used to be in graveyards, strange places. Now they are in social media.
Yeah.
Now they are just in boxing and they know they're young and naive. Let's just warn our daughters, stay in the safety of your parents' houses. Learn how the world operates. Stop being naive. These killers are merciless. Your life is only one. Your life is only one. Be safe. We hope the government is doing their work to track them down.
Yeah.
But even if they're tracked and killed, you are still dead.
Yeah.
Don't point fingers
Don't
out.
gamble.
No.
Yeah.
And I don't care all this making this. Oh, don't blame the women. Nah, 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 nah. Safety starts with you, my daughter. Don't leave. I'm sorry. If they corner you a place you do not know, we shall do whatever we can to rescue you. But on your own part.
Yeah.
Don't help them to find you easily.
I mean, there's a bare minimum we need to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So personally take responsibility. Society takes responsibility. That's what keeps you safe. All right.
Yeah.
So we are saying the second one is when the time comes for them to date, they still remain local.
Yeah. So I was saying there's a fear that comes with being global because you also have to expose yourself to trolling and like sometimes if I can try and buy a new dress that I think is pretty and then I got it wrong. So when I go somewhere and I'm trying to talk to people, someone makes fun of me. So I might then, hide back in my shell. I never want to wear a white dress again. I'll just keep it black. Keep it safe.
That fear is real.
Yeah.
And those trolls are everywhere. But you should not imagine you're being targeted as if you are the center of the world.
Wow.
No. The world is not just surrounding around you.
Yeah.
Most people don't think about you too much.
True.
And even when they comment funny about your dresses, they're projecting their own issues.
Yeah.
A sincere person would tell you what they think in a polite and private way. By the way, Lily, I want you to know that you will not satisfy everyone after you dress well. Some people think you're too weird.
Yeah.
Some guy I was coaching about live coaching, he wanted to venture into live coaching and he comes from the street. And I was telling him, bro, go to the street. There's a way you reach them, we can't reach them. You have silver tooth, you have tattoos, and he's talking that language of the street, the inner core.
Benjamin, you have such a friend.
Yes.
You look like all your friends are
No, that guy wants to know how to, I tell you, bro, don't even change anything. Because he is so sober, he has transformed. He came from drugs and inner core. And he's very sober now, he has the principles of life. I told him, they can listen to you because you understand their life, the gangster life, Don't tell him, some of us, I think we talk too much English, we are wearing too proper, It's like, it's for you when you go there, you can talk and they hear.
Yeah.
The idea is to say, sometimes even when I dress that way, to those guys, I don't look how they like.
Yeah.
That guy will not look how you like.
Yeah.
He has gold here, silver here, and he's talking to the saints. And
looks like a red flag. Looks like a red flag.
Yes, he so many.
I have no doubts.
Yeah. When you find him in his element, you'll admire him.
Yeah.
He's such a nice heart.
Okay.
Gentle heart. He has been through hell and high water, and he came out of it. He built his business out of that. And he's very honest. Not even, wouldn't hurt anyone.
Wow.
Oh, that one of the best doctors who attended me sometime was a Rastafarian. With tattoos.
Are they even allowed?
But he was very nice. He was a nurse, I think a nurse, but I think they're allowed. But as long as there's a minimum they're given.
Okay.
Very polite, gentle guy. But coming from the world,
yeah.
You admire. I'm happy to experience a person who is just nice heart, even if they're dressed how.
Yeah.
That guy will suffer criticism everywhere. You will suffer criticism.
True.
Your dress will attract funny comments.
True.
Particularly your workmates and people near you. When you transform and you're going to dating, they'll say you are seducing men, you're being cheap, you're being desperate. They will say things.
Yeah.
They'll say things.
Yeah.
But remember, part of it is how to become. Global does not always mean worldwide. You may not be dating somebody in Colombia.
Okay.
It means wider scope.
All right.
People who are of your type, but they may be working the other side, settled the other side.
Yeah.
As I told you, if I never became global, there was no way I'm going to meet my wife because I was so localized where I was, she was so localized where she was. Took me a lot of thinking after some unsuccessful checking, searching. Said, where are these good girls? After I profiled them, I realized they live confined lives. Just like me. We are busy and we're not always moving around.
Yeah.
we hardly have any free time out of work. We are already at work by this point, and we are two young junior workers. We have to prove ourselves by labor.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
and sometimes just hours. You know, there are people who just want to see you.
You know, even when you're not busy. Well, you need a where you okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on Saturday. To do what? We need you.
Then you're just there. Please, what's that table? Take the trash. Have you been?
Yeah.
Change channel.
Yeah.
So, when I profiled, I realized me and the girls I was looking for, we are hardworking. And I realized it's our goodness that makes us exploited. We can't even move on, and we don't have so much money anyway, so much loose change to keep moving.
Yeah.
But I realized we are all meeting online. That was my breakthrough. Remember you, young ladies trying to find you, wondering where are the good men? Because of the way you are confined, they're also confined.
Yeah.
But the one place universally we are meeting is online.
Yeah.
Where are those discussion groups that are talking life, relationships, sense, anything, cooking, food, dressing, discussion groups? Contribute, register. These are like social halls.
Yeah.
And there are many halls where people are discussing difference. Show up there and register your opinion.
Yeah.
That's how you attract like-minded people. Many of them, their profile was changed in 2014. Please take good photos of yourself and update. There's only one photo of her when she was in campus reporting.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah.
And some dead grandma. They used to be friends.
Gosh.
People have neglected their online space.
Oh, and she's a wonderful lady.
When you need time, you want to know, where have you been? You know, I got angry at those kind of women when I was searching. I got angry.
I get you, but...
Why do they live in hiding? How
Yeah.
shall we break it? We are not ghosts. Lily, you don't need to do extra things. People think when telling them to go online, they should do self-marketing, shake what your mama gave you, do this. It's not those. In any case, you are self-respecting, reserved woman. Most people who we are discussing here today are not those flashy.
Yeah.
She was living that cool life. Also online, I could see it. You get it?
Okay.
Wishing each other birthday, this one. And when they go somewhere with the students, they take photos with the students. They just post there naturally. Guys, it was nice enjoying. They go here. She was just living her little life also online.
Yeah.
She dresses up normally, going for event, take a photo, off to this place. And it could just be 2 posts a week. It was not even frequent. But when it comes to discussion groups, you see her there. Discussion groups.
Uh-huh.
Those women who live that way, and they are high value, it's very hard not to get quality suitors.
Okay.
Because men are very aggressive in searching. They are really looking.
Are they?
Ask me.
I feel like you guys just like low-hanging fruits. The girl, some girl at church.
No, the guy who wants to marry on a serious note will really search aggressively. I tell you the truth. If you keep appearing in pages of teachers who teach life, groups that discuss this, you just comment there. Don't fear oppositions. I liked her courage because she would state a very opinion that seems controversial there, but it's very sober. But in that space, she'll get people fighting, and they come defend each other here. A group of us that defend, then we go to another place. Good opinion. Come defend each other there.
Yeah.
I recognize this name. Always talk sense. Let me read. We recognize ourselves that way. The closeness came because we share world views.
So you didn't have like common groups, like you had nothing in common?
We had nowhere else to meet.
Wow.
You listen midlife people, especially those that is something and you're wondering what is happening with me.
Yeah.
The people like you are few, but if you go online, you can identify each other. But you know, you must intend, because some of the places you're working have no network. You are away from the city maybe. It's not well covered. You must intend and get into it. So we are saying how to step up from local to global or wider view is to incorporate the online presence, but also learn to speak the language of the larger scope. Many people are just used to their local language, anything. Just learn to speak the language of just not just the dialect. Yes, there's dialect, but many of us dialect is not the big issue. It's the conversations you engage in, what they're touching on, where they are. You can stay in a local place where the debates are just local issues. But when you go to a larger place where we are discussing, is it good for a man to pay this kind of dowry? What about if the in-laws are demanding this? That's a more global debate.
Yeah.
That's a more wider scope than home where they're discussing women wearing trousers and it's a debate now.
Yeah.
And too small, too local.
Yeah. I get you.
When you engage in those kind of, you're giving your informed opinion, and you're saying, this is what I think. Now that we are starting our family, they just do the cultural to the level, but we're not being abused. We're just doing what is enough.
Yeah.
This and that. Some people have two mothers. The real mother who absconded, now they're coming back for and the one who really brought you up, who should receive the dowry, and they can't see eye to eye.
Yeah.
You should go there and voice what you think.
Yeah.
Don't fear. That fear, and you remain in hiding. What makes people pass? You see other people who have lesser beauty, less anything, being married, and you're being left out because you're not stepping to the point. You're not risking the controversy of stating your opinion, because it's the same stating that makes people think, I think this lady, let's talk. Tell me more about yourself. Yes.
Wow. Again, I have nothing to add. That was such a rich show. Let me read something from Healing Your Inner Self, and we can wind up there. I like when you said, affirm your truth and start mothering your inner child. You wanted a grown-up to love you. Now you're an adult. Assure your inner child that they are safe, loved, and no longer alone. Are you telling me to mother myself?
Yes, to nurture you. When you say your inner child, you mean your emotional life? Yeah. Acknowledge I feel sad.
Yes.
I think I want to buy something. Let me rest. Right now, I don't want anything else. That's what your mother would have done. No, you're tired now, rest. Now bite this. Okay, go play. Yeah. Okay, watch this. You want to relax? Now go to work. Come home early. Have you taken warm water? Do those things to yourself and you feel like now you exist.
Wow.
You feel acknowledged.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter that it's coming from yourself.
Yeah.
Later in the day. It is still as needed. Your inner child say, how am I feeling? Just listen to how am I feeling. I'm not sure. Let me not go. Because your mom should have looked at you. You don't feel very excited about going, eh? Do you want to just stay back? Oh, it's okay, just stay back. It's always acknowledging your inner self to bring your emotional inner life to recognition and existence.
Wow.
When your parent never loved you, it was suppressed, denied, not recognized. Now when you recognize and actually give importance to how you feel and what you wish for and how you felt, and say, no, I didn't like that part, no, that one hurt me, you are giving now voice to the inner child who is going to the seat of your feelings. Yes.
I think if you read this book, one finds that it's the medicine you didn't know you needed.
Exactly.
So please get a copy of Healing Your Inner Self and or all of Benjamin's other work on www.benjaminzuluglobal.com.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.